Coming up on Texas Voices. Zane Williams and his band, The Wilder Blue, give us the story behind their sound and how they're cutting out the middleman in the music industry.
I still feel like I got some luck, in putting it all together.
Plus, do you want the Zane, Courtney, or the Cody? We stop by Standard Hatworks, where a guiding principle keeps business booming.
Secrets to one of our success is just trying to treat everybody the same and with the type of customer service that, you would want to be treated with. So.
And don't miss an incredible transformation when artist and student George Haas shows us the handmade regalia that speaks for generations to come. Texas Voices highlights the artists, musicians, and creatives of our great state next.
Stoke the fire and keep on digging. Make the most of what you're giving. It may seem cold and it may seem tough. Even steel will bend when you heat it up. You're on the road to better days. We can outlast the sun and outlast the rain. Ain't a lot of hard lessons made. Let me tell you, son, soon you're gonna show us how it's done.
Howdy, and welcome to the iconic Dixie Chicken, located in the historic Northgate District in College Station, Texas. I'm Lindsay Lippman. Zane Williams has had a successful career as a solo singer-songwriter, but his new band, The Wilder Blue, is a musical matchup made in, well, honky-tonk heaven.
1, 2, 3.
I love y'all's sound. It really feels like y'all are doing something that isn't out there right now. Everybody sings, everybody, I don't know, how many instruments does everybody play? Multiple instruments?
All of them. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did y'all all meet each other and decide to do this together?
It was kind of my idea. I wanted to put together a group where everybody sang and where it was kind of vocally intensive, but where everybody also played. I didn't want just it to be a bunch of 4 guys and their guitars or whatever. So I went out looking for the people in the Texas music scene that I knew that could do that, and I still feel like I got some luck, in putting it all together, because we actually like each other and we have fun. We found what I was hoping to find, which is some unique chemistry. That's all you get. And I started writing songs for my girlfriend back in the day, and my friends liked them, and I got enough encouragement to just keep doing it. And 20 years later, I still haven't given up. I'm still here.
But what about the girlfriend? What happened to her?
Oh, she gone.
She gone.
First record was about falling in love. Second record was all about breaking up, getting my heart broke. But
Now he's married, doesn't write the sad breakup songs anymore.
that's right.
Oh man, how did I get to music?
Ooh.
It attacked me from the very beginning. I mean, it clawed me into its cave, and I haven't been able to get out. I started singing along to songs since before I could remember, and I just never seen the light of day since.
I grew up playing bluegrass and country stuff with my parents played, my grandparents played, so I've been around music since I was little. And I moved out here to go to college in North Texas and study jazz, and I figured I'd join a country band.
Why not?
Yeah.
How I got into music, my parents were actually music ministers, so like worship leaders. So we'd travel around the Bible Belt and sing 5-part in the car, on road trips. Joined drumline in high school, did that through college, and then went to audio engineering school, and I've been a music producer for the past 12 years. So, and then Zane called me up, and been doing this 3 years in the making. So, yeah.
I started playing music when I was 12, and my sister got a guitar for Christmas, and I pretty much just stole it from her. And she actually somehow still learned it, and she's great. But she's been playing guitar since then, 25 years ago.
Wow. How long have y'all been together now as a band?
We started January 1st, 2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you went on a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, we did about 15 shows before the COVID hit. And I remember calling these guys up and we were like, you know, at the time it looked like maybe it was gonna be a couple weeks off. I was like, man, guys, I don't know. I think this is gonna be jacking us up for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ingenuity that we've seen. A lot of people have done, you know, drive-in shows or just figured out ways to make it work. And anytime that we get to do live music, boy, it just feels, it feels great. You can tell people are extra appreciative.
I'm just hoping that we you know, keep everything opening up and that the venues, our hearts are with them, and you know, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. We have to have the venues. So we're really grateful for everyone that's staying open and just grinding through this, and I'm certain that we'll come out of this. We are going into the studio just about every month, and we're trying to do a song a month. People donate $5 a month, 10 or more, and that's going directly to us making new music. And then we have a chat, so we communicate with them all the time, putting out songs as soon as we make them, demos as soon as we make them. So it's nice to be able to make something and then just to be able to release it to our biggest fans.
Yeah, instantaneously. That's what's fun for me, because normally I write a song and then a year or two later it finally gets on an album, and then a year or two after that maybe it's on the radio and I start playing it or whatever. But this way it's like I'll write a song and I'll just record it on my phone and slap it on the hideout for our fan patrons, and then they get to hear how that song evolves when we go into the studio, and then they get it as soon as it's finished. So it's fun for the people that want to go deep with us, you know. I would dream about a love that's evergreen.
Still ahead, they put the feather in that old cowboy hat.
This is actually the oldest piece of equipment we've got in here. This is from like the 1860s.
We stopped by Standard Hatworks in Waco, where Zane and a long list of country royalty trust their crowns.
Follow your heart to Waco, Texas, home of the famous Magnolia Silos, Cameron Park Zoo, Baylor University, Dr. Pepper Museum, BSR Cable Park, and so much more. Enjoy the arts, historical sites, outdoor nature, entertainment, music, food, drinks, and events in a diverse, welcoming place you'll find yourself coming back to again and again.
Welcome back to the Dixie Chicken. No one knows exactly when the cowboy hat was first created, but it dates back to at least the 13th century. There's a hat shop here in Texas that's making history of its own. It's now the second oldest business in Waco. As others are fading with time, they continue to stand tall. Let's check out today's Texas Voices creative, Cameron Morris with Standard Hatworks.
We take it down kind of layer by layer and just get it to where we can get it to that suede or velvet type feel.
If the music of Willie Nelson could get the hippies and the rednecks to come together, the hats made by Cameron Morris at Standard Hatworks can get the outlaws and the law to agree on something too. And you don't have to be a country music star to get that special treatment.
Right.
I mean, everybody who walks in is treated the same way. Is that something that's just a part of your raising or just a part of who you are?
I think both. I think honestly that's probably one of the secrets to one of our success is just, you know, just trying to treat everybody the same and with the type of customer service that, you know, you would want to be treated with. So.
It's hard to believe, but when Cameron bought the business, he didn't know how to make hats. Now, Standard Hatworks is growing and word continues to spread.
We are trying to build a legacy. I'm one of 6 owners that's owned this place. And I'm going to be one of hopefully, I don't know how many down the road. So I do want to, you know, keep this business going. When I did purchase it, that's one of the selling points to me was that at the time it was the 3rd oldest business in Waco, but now it's the 2nd oldest business in Waco. It's been around since 1909 and just such a unique business. So I feel like it's my duty and responsibility to kind of keep it going. So we're doing whatever it takes.
This is a plate machine, so this helps keep it flat. So whenever we're pouncing the brim or finishing the brim, we want it perfectly flat so we can get a good, consistent finish. If not, you'll get a bunch of ups and downs in your...
Really, it just feels like what you're doing here really is very supportive of the music community, but also the way of life, I think. And that's important, because if someone doesn't do it, that creative art is not going to be passed on.
Absolutely. No, I agree with you. And I think people are appreciating artisan type of materials and products nowadays versus, you know, the 80s and 90s was all about cheap mass production and all that kind of, and I think you're seeing a lot of our generation and even younger appreciating the handmade, the one at a time, the artisan craft of certain things. And I mean, that's been, I think, another big proponent in helping our business grow.
If anybody out there hasn't come into your store, into your shop, they need to come in because there's so much to look at. Tell me about the history of the hats with the Texas music scene and with country music.
Kyle Park was kind of the first. He was already wearing our hats before I bought it, and from him, just the word kind of spread a little bit, and we got to meet more and more of the artists, and really have call a lot of them friends. We've gotten to know a lot of them really well. A lot of them will stop in when they're passing through Waco. It's just been a really good partnership.
One day, Jess from the band Midland wandered into the shop that eventually landed Standard Hatworks on the Grammy red carpet.
We get the hat all ready, last minute, we throw it in the mail, we overnight to New York, and I text Mark, I'm like, Mark, please, please, please let me know when you get this because I'm not sure about the fit. I'm a little nervous about it because, I mean, you wanted this tall crown, but this is the closest I had to it, and never heard a word. And so the Grammys are like, red carpet's like rolling up, and
You're like,
I'm
he's not gonna wear it.
He's not gonna wear it. I'm like, there's no way. I was like, he won't respond to me, he won't do. And sure enough, man, he walks on the red carpet and he's wearing it. I'm just like, my heart just like
thank
finally
God.
thank God, it fit. And so he wore it that night, and
Oh,
we got
that's
some
awesome.
good press. So anyway, it was cool. But man, for like 2 hours, 3 hours, I was just a nervous
Sweating it.
wreck.
Yeah. Wow, who knew that hat making would be so stressful?
I know.
But in a moment like that. From the red carpet to the rodeo, a hat from Standard Hatworks still signifies what makes this way of life special.
You know, we try to support those guys that are true, that have a true talent, are putting out true, good product, honest product, that write their own stuff. I mean, they're all in the same boat that I'm in, and that's why we get along so good. We all relate to each other.
Folks like Zane Williams, who told Cameron in confidence that he was assembling a new band, now known as the Wilder Blue.
Zane is just one of the most creative guys that I know. He's one of those guys that just grinds. He loves what he does. I really appreciate that, and he doesn't do it for the money. He does it because he loves writing music and writing songs. And to see it all come to fruition is really cool. And the guys that he has are super talented. And yeah, I wish him the best, and hopefully we'll get him in here and play a show or something like that. So
You have to invite me.
I'll invite you.
We'll come back.
People are choosing the Brazos Valley to launch, grow, and locate their companies every single day. But in the Brazos Valley, our most valuable asset is talent. And their skills, their drive, their character speaks loudest.
The art of George Haas isn't something that hangs on a wall, it's something he wears and hangs his heritage and tradition on. We sat down with George to hear more at Shiner Park. George Haas is a third-generation Aggie, member of the Corps of Cadets, but one social media post thrust him into the spotlight.
I've never gotten more than 200 likes on Instagram, and then I look on Facebook and I have 10,000 likes on the A&M page, and I was astounded.
A moment years in the making.
just that drive to want to be a participant rather than an observer that was just continuing to keep me going.
George didn't grow up surrounded by his Native American culture.
I'm a military kid. Both of my parents were in the Air Force. My dad is a retired colonel and my mom is a retired lieutenant colonel. We moved around a lot, and so to come back here was a little bit of a homecoming because I was actually born in Bryan. I was born at St. Joe's Hospital down the road, and just to come back here was amazing.
His dad is German, his mother African American and Native American.
Because he's the color of the inside of my hand, and then you have my mom who's the color of the outside of my hand.
George pays homage to each influence in his art. The hair, or Haas, represents his last name in German.
You can take a DNA test, and that can only tell you one of the facts of the case. If you're not living the whole life, then you're missing out on a great portion of what it is.
He discovered his Native American heritage includes both the Creek and Nez Perce tribes.
I would go to the intertribal powwow that was held locally in Florida, and I was just enamored with the dancers. It was incredible to watch them do their things. And it's amazing when you think about Native American dance because there's so many different nuanced types. There's fancy dance, there's chicken dancing, there's grass dancing, there's women's jingle dress dancing. There's all these different layers to it, and I was like, I want to do that. And it wasn't until my senior year that I finally got the chance to go out and do that, because that's when my regalia was finally finished.
He took us through the process step by step, starting with the traditional ribbon shirt and pants. A physical and spiritual transformation.
So again, color symbology, you have like purity of mind, then the black, since it signifies like strength and victory, it's like you have your eyes on the prize kind of thing. And then the green streaming down is like, you know, you cry, but you're still like, you're happy to be alive kind of thing. So it's like tears of joy in a way. So I do it as a symbology.
Creating the head roach with individual horse and deer tail hair was the most tedious.
It's an indispensable asset to have the creativity to be able to do this, but it was just incredible to see it all come together before my eyes, and to have it done by my hands was incredible.
Once the regalia was finished, he could dance with his fellow kinsmen, not just admire them from the sidelines, something his mother, who was one of the first minority women in the Corps of Cadets, instilled all along.
I actually hold an incredible amount of responsibility inherent in my preservation of the culture. I think that is something that's so important to do, which is why I want to continue to keep the crafts alive, which is why I decided to learn a lot more than just the regalia. I learned how to do basket weaving, I learned how to do applique, I learned how to work with leather. I was trying my darndest to keep that skill set alive, because there are some skills that are completely lost to the annals of time. If you're able to keep that alive, you are doing your part in the preservation of the culture as a whole. And so yes, there's a burden on my back, but it's a welcome weight.
Stay tuned for Dixie Chicken Stories and a special performance by the Wilder Blue.
You know, I love reading a good Dixie Chicken story, and we've actually got something on our website called Dixie Chicken Stories that we encourage people to send in. Everybody's got their own unique story, something that makes it special for them, and that's something that's very humbling to us. But what I wanted to read for you right now, and I've got to read it because it's just so personal and so touching, is actually about a guy named Patrick and what he called his God hand. And for you 42 players, you know what I'm talking about. But here's the story about Patrick all the way back from 1991. We were enjoying another fun night of bones in the spring of '91 with Mark Gaither, 1990, he's on the right of this picture, and Patrick Lasario, 92 on the left. Finally, Pat has the God hand and plans his execution, only interrupted by female domino groupies drawn in by the gravity of the situation. Pat was their mascot. What is the God hand in 42, you ask? Bidding 41 and making it exactly by walking the one blank on the last play. Patrick didn't complete the feat that night, but he entertained us with every hand played. Even the stuffed whitetail buck above us was impressed. Tragically, we lost Pat last year. He was an amazing father, husband, and friend. You are greatly missed, my brother. The world just isn't the same. Bruce Cherniak, 87. And it's those stories like that that makes the Dixie Chicken so special and so unique. We've got stories about friends that we might never ever see again, or friends who have gone before us, and it's always special to share those. So if you've got a Dixie Chicken story about a great friend or just one of those nights that you will never ever forget, we'd love to hear it.
Thanks for joining us for Texas Voices. Connect with us on social media and at texasvoicesshow.com. Before we go, here's a special performance by the Wilder Blue. We'll see you next week.
Here we go, boys. On the angry waves, I am a dancer in my own true course. I'll keep truth and love will be my standard till the day I'm dragged under the deep. Oh, brother of mine, I've seen you suffer, bending low under your load. Still we sang with one another, walking a mile on the progress road. Oh, sister dear, I've seen you crying, and it makes my conscience bleed to see how long you have been striving, still how desperate is your need. On the angry waves, I am a dancer. My own true course I'll keep. Truth and love will be my standard till the day I'm dragged under the deep. When darkness falls and faith is shaken, may our friendship never fade till that morn when we awaken to the brighter day that we ever made. On the angry waves, I am a dancer. My own true course I'll keep. Truth and love will be my standard till the day I'm dragged under the deep. Till the day I'm dragged under the deep.
Look at Zane's eyes.
Fudge.
I swear to God that happened.
Did somebody do something?
That's what he did.
It
Wow.
totally happened to me, and I was like,
Look at Paul's
no,
got
this
his
is a
Spotify.
fluke. But now that you said it out loud, I don't think it was as big a fluke as I thought it was.
gotta look up. all the-
It just goes to show, I don't know what's going on these
Yeah, the
computers.
music business is
Somebody needs
great.
to tell me what the hell is happening. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Your mom's
Easy.
gonna watch this, buddy. No.
Curse words. I can't even.